Ladies and gentlemen, solitude, often misunderstood as loneliness, is one of life's most powerful teachers. It's in the stillness of being alone that true transformation occurs. Strength doesn't grow in the company of comfort or the validation of others. It emerges in the quiet moments when you face yourself. Solitude strips away distractions, forcing you to confront your deepest fears, insecurities, and doubts. These moments are not just a test of endurance, they are the crucible in which your true character is forged. When you're alone, there's no one to lean on and no external sources to drown out the inner dialogue. This can be uncomfortable, even painful, but it's also profoundly necessary. In the absence of others, you come face to face with the unvarnished truth of who you are. There's no hiding from your shortcomings or running from your ambitions. This confrontation with the self is the beginning of transformation. It's a journey inward where you must wrestle with your limitations and uncover the immense potential that resides within you. Solitude forces you to become resourceful. Without external input or support, you learn to depend on your own capabilities. You start to develop a sense of self-reliance and resilience that can't be easily shaken. This independence empowers you to make decisions rooted in clarity rather than influence. You begin to understand your values, goals, and purpose, unfiltered by the expectations or judgments of others. Transformation through solitude also involves cultivating self-awareness. Many people fear being alone because it requires them to listen to the thoughts and feelings they've been suppressing. But in those thoughts lies the key to growth. Solitude provides a space to reflect on your past choices, understand the pattern, disengage, and decide how to move forward. This awareness allows you to break free from self-imposed limitations and rewrite the narrative of your life. Moreover, solitude enables creativity to flourish. Without the noise of the outside world, your mind has the freedom to explore, imagine, and innovate. Many of history's greatest thinkers and creators attribute their breakthroughs to moments of quiet reflection. Whether it's solving a complex problem, envisioning a future goal, or simply understanding yourself better, solitude offers the clarity and focus needed to achieve these outcomes. It's important to recognize that solitude is not isolation. It's not about cutting yourself off from the world indefinitely. Rather, it's about periodically stepping away to recharge and recalibrate. The time spent alone strengthens your ability to engage meaningfully with others. When you've taken the time to grow and transform in solitude, you return to the world with a stronger sense of self and a clearer understanding of how to navigate relationships and challenges. In solitude, you discover the essence of who you are. It's not an easy process, but it's profoundly rewarding. The strongest individuals embrace solitude because they understand its transformative power. They emerge from it not only stronger, but also more aligned with their purpose, ready to face the world with resilience and confidence. In a world obsessed with validation, the strongest individuals learn to thrive without it. They don't require applause or recognition to affirm their worth or direction. This independence from external approval is not born of arrogance, but of deep self-awareness and inner strength. When you're not tethered to the need for others' validation, you find a freedom that allows you to grow, evolve, and pursue your path with authenticity. Seeking approval can be a dangerous trap. It places your sense of self-worth in the hands of others, leaving you vulnerable to their whims and judgments. Those who constantly look for validation end up molding their actions, words, and even beliefs to fit the expectations of others. In doing so, they lose a part of themselves, their individuality chipped away by the desire to belong or be liked. True strength, however, lies in resisting this temptation. To grow without approval requires courage. It means being willing to stand apart, to make choices that others may not understand or agree with. This can be especially difficult in moments of uncertainty when the natural instinct is to seek reassurance. But the strongest individuals learn to navigate these moments on their own. They understand that the opinions of others are fleeting, often shaped by biases, insecurities, and misunderstandings. They choose to rely on their own inner compass, guided by values and principles rather than external applause. Building strength without approval also requires a willingness to face rejection and criticism. These are inevitable parts of life, and they often serve as the harshest tests of your resolve. When others disapprove of your actions or decisions, it's easy to doubt yourself or retreat. But those with true strength view these moments differently. They see rejection not as a reflection of their worth, but as an opportunity to reaffirm their convictions. They understand that criticism can sometimes offer valuable insights, but they also know when to let it roll off their backs. Independence from approval doesn't mean shutting others out or dismissing their input entirely. It's about discerning which voices matter and which do not. Strong individuals seek feedback and wisdom from those they respect and trust, but they don't let every opinion sway them. They've cultivated an inner voice that acts as their ultimate guide, allowing them to weigh external input against their own understanding and goals. One of the most profound outcomes of growing without approval is the development of authenticity. When you're not chasing validation, you're free to be who you truly are. You're no longer performing or conforming to gain acceptance. Instead, you're living in alignment with your values, passions, and purpose. This authenticity not only strengthens your sense of self, but also draws the right people into your life, those who respect and appreciate you for who you genuinely are. Ultimately, strength without approval is about liberation. It's about breaking free from the chains of dependence on others' opinions and embracing the power of your own identity. This independence is not just a sign of strength, it's the foundation upon which a resilient, fulfilling, and purposeful life is built. Isolation, though often perceived as a state of vulnerability, is one of the most powerful forges of resilience. It is in the absence of distractions, the absence of constant noise and external influences, that the strongest individuals learn to adapt, endure, and thrive. True resilience isn't born in comfort, it's crafted in the moments of solitude, where one is left to confront their own thoughts, fears, and uncertainties. When you are alone, you face yourself in ways that are both challenging and transformative. The distractions of the outside world can no longer shield you from your internal struggles. This forced introspection can be uncomfortable, even painful, but it is in this discomfort that growth occurs. Resilience is not about avoiding challenges or hardships, but about developing the mental fortitude to navigate them. Solitude acts as a crucible for this process, burning away the unnecessary and leaving behind the essence of your strength. Isolation teaches self-reliance. When you're alone, you cannot lean on others for support or guidance. While community and connection are vital aspects of life, there are times when you must stand on your own. These moments test your ability to solve problems, to endure pain, and to find meaning without external validation. Through these tests, you cultivate a sense of agency, a belief in your capacity to handle whatever life throws your way. This self-reliance is the cornerstone of resilience. It's the quiet confidence that says, I can weather this storm because I have weathered others before. Solitude also fosters clarity. In the noise of everyday life, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. The expectations of others, the pressures of society, and the distractions of modern living can cloud your vision and dilute your purpose. But in the stillness of isolation, you can hear the quiet truths of your own heart. You can reflect on your values, your goals, and your path without interference. This clarity strengthens your resolve and provides a compass for navigating challenges. Isolation doesn't mean permanent disconnection. Resilient individuals understand the value of relationships and community, but they also recognize the necessity of retreating to recharge and recalibrate. They use solitude as a tool, a deliberate choice to step back, reflect, and strengthen their inner resources. This intentional isolation is different from loneliness. It is not a state of despair, but one of empowerment. Importantly, resilience sharpened by isolation prepares you for the unpredictability of life. When you have learned to stand strong on your own, you are less shaken by the inevitable setbacks and losses that come your way. You've faced adversity in its rawest form and emerged stronger for it. This resilience doesn't just protect you, it also inspires others, show them that strength and self-reliance are possible even in the face of great challenges. In the end, isolation is not an end, but a means. It is the space where you cultivate the inner strength needed to engage with the world fully. It sharpens resilience by teaching you to face yourself, trust yourself, and rely on yourself, making you unshakable in the face of life's uncertainties. Solitude is not just a state of being alone, it is a profound opportunity for self-discovery, growth, and the realization of inner strength. The strongest individuals understand that periods of solitude are not to be feared but embraced, for it is in these moments that one's true character is revealed and fortified. When you are alone, the distractions of the outside world fade away. The noise of societal expectations, the opinions of others, and the constant influx of information all dissipate, leaving you face to face with your authentic self. This encounter can be daunting because it requires you to confront the depths of your mind, the fears, insecurities, and aspirations that often go unnoticed amidst the chaos of daily life. But it is through this confrontation that strength is born. True strength does not emerge from external validation or the support of others. While those things can provide comfort, they are not the foundation of resilience. Instead, strength is cultivated in the quiet moments when you are left to rely solely on your own resources. Solitude forces you to solve problems independently, to make decisions without external influence, and to find meaning without the need for constant reassurance. These experiences build an unshakable confidence in your abilities, a belief in your capacity to endure and overcome challenges. Moreover, solitude is a space for reflection and growth. In the busyness of life, it's easy to lose sight of your values and goals. Time spent alone allows you to step back and evaluate your life with clarity and purpose. You can assess what truly matters to you, identify areas for improvement, and realign yourself with your priorities. This process of self-reflection is not a sign of weakness. or retreat, but a demonstration of strength or willingness to face the truth and act on it. Solitude also teaches emotional resilience. When you are alone, you learn to sit with your emotions, to process them without distraction, and to find healthy ways to cope. This emotional self-reliance is a cornerstone of strength because it enables you to navigate life's ups and downs without being overly dependent on others for comfort or guidance. You become your own source of stability, a steady anchor in the turbulent seas of existence. Importantly, solitude does not mean isolation from meaningful relationships or a life devoid of connection. Instead, it is a tool that allows you to engage with others more authentically and effectively. When you are grounded in your own strength, you can contribute to relationships from a place of abundance rather than neediness. You become a pillar of support for others, not because you depend on them, but because you have cultivated a deep reserve of inner strength. Ultimately, solitude is a crucible for the soul. It strips away the superficial and reveals the core of who you are. In this space, you discover that your strength is not contingent on external circumstances, but resides within you. By embracing solitude, you unlock your full potential and become a person capable of facing life's challenges with courage, clarity, and resilience. The strongest individuals are those who understand the profound significance of responsibility. They don't shy away from the challenges or burdens that life places upon them. Instead, they embrace these with courage and determination. Strength, at its core, is the capacity to shoulder responsibility without being crushed by its weight. Responsibility is a double-edged sword. On one side, it demands effort, focus, and sacrifice. On the other, it provides a sense of purpose, direction, and fulfillment. The strongest among us recognize that while responsibility may be demanding, it is also the path to growth and meaning. It is through responsibility that we define who we are and what we stand for. Taking responsibility begins with acknowledging the truth of your circumstances. It requires an honest assessment of your strengths, weaknesses, and the challenges you face. Denial or blame may offer temporary relief, but they do not lead to growth. Accepting responsibility means confronting reality head-on and committing to make the best of it. This act of ownership is not a sign of defeat, but a testament to inner strength that shows that you are willing to take control of your life, regardless of the obstacles. Strength also lies in understanding that responsibility is not merely about personal gain, but about contributing to something greater than yourself. Whether it's caring for loved ones, supporting a community, or working toward a meaningful goal, taking responsibility for others fosters a sense of connection and purpose. The strongest individuals understand that life is not solely about their needs and desires, but about making a positive impact in the world. Carrying responsibility is not easy. It requires discipline, perseverance, and resilience. There will be moments of doubt, setbacks, and exhaustion. But it is precisely in these moments that true strength is revealed. The strongest people do not falter under pressure. Instead, they rise to the occasion. They find ways to adapt, learn, and grow, using each challenge as an opportunity to become stronger and wiser. Furthermore, responsibility is not about perfection. The strongest individuals understand that mistakes are inevitable and that failure is a natural part of the journey. What sets them apart is their willingness to learn from these experiences and to keep moving forward. They don't allow setbacks to define them. Instead, they use them as stepping stones toward success. This resilience, born out of responsibility, is a hallmark of true strength. Lastly, embracing responsibility is an act of self-respect. When you take ownership of your life, you demonstrate that you value yourself and your potential. You refuse to be a passive observer in your own story, and instead become an active participant in shaping your destiny. This sense of empowerment fuels your strength and allows you to face life with confidence and purpose. In the end, responsibility is not a burden to be avoided, but a privilege to be embraced. It is the key to unlocking your potential and discovering the depth of your strength. By taking responsibility for your life and your actions, you become not only stronger, but also more fulfilled, purposeful, and capable of leaving a lasting legacy. Solitude often seems like a heavy burden, yet for the strongest individuals, it is also a source of immense power. The paradox of solitude lies in its duality. It is both isolating and liberating, both a challenge and a teacher. Those who embrace solitude as a necessary companion on the journey of life uncover profound truths about themselves and the world around them. To begin, solitude forces self-reflection. When you are alone, there is no distraction, no shelf of validation to shield you from confronting who you truly are. For many, this can be uncomfortable, even painful. Yet it is through this confrontation with oneself that true strength is forged. The strongest individuals are those who have wrestled with their own doubts, fears, and insecurities in the quiet moments of solitude. They emerge from this introspection with clarity about their values, purpose, and direction. Solitude is also a test of resilience. The ability to stand alone without seeking constant affirmation or support from others is a hallmark of inner strength. It means being comfortable with your own company and trusting in your ability to navigate life's challenges independently. This does not mean rejecting relationships or community, but rather recognizing that your core strength must come from within. The strongest individuals understand that while support from others is valuable, their ultimate resilience depends on their inner foundation. Moreover, solitude fosters creativity and innovation. When you step away from the noise of the world, you create space for your mind to wander, explore, and imagine. Many of history's most profound ideas and breakthroughs have emerged from moments of solitude. The strongest people harness this creative potential by embracing solitude as an opportunity to think deeply, solve problems, and envision new possibilities. They are not afraid of being alone with their thoughts because they see solitude as a fertile ground for growth and discovery. Solitude also provides a unique perspective on relationships and connection. When you can thrive alone, you approach relationships from a place of strength rather than neediness. The strongest individuals do not cling to others out of fear of being alone. Instead, they choose relationships that are meaningful and mutually enriching. They understand that true connection is built on a foundation of self-sufficiency and mutual respect, not dependence or desperation. Finally, solitude teaches acceptance and peace. Life is inherently unpredictable and at times isolating. The strongest individuals recognize that solitude is not something to be feared, but embraced as an integral part of the human experience. They learn to find peace in their own company, to cultivate contentment within themselves, and to appreciate the stillness that solitude offers. This acceptance does not diminish their strength, it enhances it, allowing them to face life's challenges with calm and confidence. In embracing the paradox of solitude, the strongest individuals unlock a profound truth. That strength is not found in avoiding solitude, but in using it as a tool for growth, self-discovery, and resilience. By learning to stand alone, they prepare themselves to stand firmly in any circumstance life may present. Solitude, far from being a weakness, becomes their greatest ally on the path to enduring strength.